Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend. Yes, you are seeing this on your screen. It's an otome game. It's a dating sim for pigeons and other birds. In fact, the title, Hatoful, is a twofold pun based on both the word for heart and dove in Japanese. I mean, obviously there's kokoro for the word heart, but hato is sort of the Americanized or English version as well, translated into Japanese romanization and whatnot. Anyway, all of that aside, it's a pun. Trust me. I don't know how I can possibly introduce this game, because it's based on that very bizarre concept that yes, it is a dating sim for birds. So I'm going to let the game itself do the introduction. I have played through this game multiple times, and it's probably going to surprise you in the end. It's very well done, very well written, and there's more to it than when you first see it. Anyway, we're going to start a new game. And as with any dating sim or otome game, you get to name your character. I'm actually going to stick with the default, which is Hiyoko Tosaka, or actually Tosaka Hiyoko. Because, as many of you already know, in Japanese, they put the family name first. But for the American audience, or the English-speaking audience, they put the family name last here, but is Hiyoko Tosaka? Okay, yes it is. And I'm going to go with the default for many reasons, but also because I love the pun in her name, Hiyoko, which means chick, as in bird chick. Now, I don't know if she's actually okay. Hatoful Boyfriend includes a powerful visualization module allowing even the birdiest of birds to appear as normal humans when first introduced. Display human portraits? Why yes, of course. Because the important thing to keep in mind here is that the birds are actually of what we call human intelligence. Configuration saved. Now, I'm only getting this little screen here before the actual start of the game because I've played through it so many times that I've unlocked the special ending. You can take this chance to fulfill a promise from long ago, or you can live a normal school life this semester. Which do you choose? Now, I'm going to obviously play through a normal life because you can't fulfill the promise until you have a full context of what has happened leading up to that point. So I'm going to actually point out a few things about the interface. I mean, the date is not terribly important, it just gives you an idea of the passage of time. This over here is the speed button, which we're going to make liberal use of, because especially front-loaded, there's a lot of exposition that does not need to be heard a million times, and we are going to be playing through this multiple times. This down here is basically the menu screen. You can save, you can load, you can set your preferences, or you can quit to title. We're not going to have to worry about that just yet. So, here we go. St. Pigeonations, a school blessed with extensive curricula and facilities. It's already been a year since I entered my ordinary life and walked through these gates. I should probably say, this school is known for one thing in particular. This school is Japan's, no, the world's greatest gathering place for gifted birds. Birds who want to study the arts, the sciences, even sports, all come to St. Pigeonations. The teaching staff and student body are both made up of a diverse blend of birds of different backgrounds and species. I'm often asked why I chose to come here despite not being a bird. That's right, you're not playing a pigeon, by the way, you are playing a human. It's a long story. Not every day I see you rushing along like this. Ryota! Usually you'd have been ready for class, ready for an hour by now, Hiyoko. Overslept? So this is what they mean by human portrait. This to give you an idea of sort of, I guess, the human, pseudo-human form that they would take if their intelligence were represented in human form. Anyway, this rock dove is named Ryota. We've been friends since he was barely hatched. He can be a little mischievous, but he's responsible and kind. Breakfast was a little hard to catch today. I can't relax without red meat inside. Living as a hunter-gatherer sounds tough. I'd be happy to make you breakfast, you know. I might take you up on that offer when starvation looms. Thanks, Ryota. Oh, the bell already? Come on, we need to hurry to class. Jeepers, no good being late on the first day. And so Ryota pulled me along into the school. Today is the start of a new semester. I wonder what lies in store. It was all I could do to adjust the atmosphere last year. Better make up for all that lost fun. That's right. So we don't have any of the awkward transition of going to a school full of birds. She's now used to it. We're just the ones who are going to be awkward with this whole thing. The most splendid and greatest academy of the pigeon, by the pigeon and for the pigeon. First term. I think we're in 2-3. Ryota and I are in the same class again. Old faces, new faces. A strange thrill fills my heart as I look around at the assembled birds. I hope we all get along. Here's to the formation of many happy memories. Oh, the teacher's here. Good morning, every birdie. I'm Nanaki Kazuaki. I seem to be your teacher this year. I specialize in math and physics, and also some other things. Sir, wake up! It's homeroom! He sleeps with his eyes open? And human portrait for our teacher, Kazuaki Nanaki. This quail is Nanaki Kazuaki. He's a famously soporific math professor, meaning he passes out really quickly, as we just saw. I'd heard the rumors, but I hadn't expected him to fall asleep just like that. Apparently, he's well known as a mathematician. Just goes to show great minds come in all forms. Ah, I'm sorry. Isn't it a little warm in here? Which reminds me, we have a transfer student. How does that remind you that you have a transfer student? Please, introduce yourself, Shirogane. What is the point? I have no wish to speak with commoners. Do not think I'm here because I wish to be. Oh, well, I guess that's that. Hey, that's no good! But he doesn't want to introduce himself. But we can't just let him break the rules like that, sir. The system will collapse and we'll all turn into kulaks and dissenters. Oh, when you put it like that. Could you at least say your name, Shirogane? Shirogane Lebel Sakuya. Or Sakuya the Bell Shirogane. At his human portrait. It seems this fantail is Shirogane Sakuya. His feathers would make any birdie proud. He's pretty stuck up, but then transferring is never easy. I hope we can be friends. Sakuya sits down, glaring daggers at Ryota and me. I think this little bird is telling me there's going to be trouble down the line. Lunch already! Today is slipping by so quickly. That reminds me, I've had these books out from the library all summer. I'll return them now. Where is everyone? Aside from the receptionist, there's hardly anybody here. Huh? Is someone looking at me? Probably just my imagination. Or not? A mourning dove stands in a dark corner staring in my direction. Mourning doves aren't very common in Japan, but apparently they're everywhere in America. Did you want something from me? He looked away. Not really. I'm pretty sure it was him who I felt looking at me. There's no one else here. Are you sure? guess. I don't want anything with you. It's the things you're carrying that I'm interested in. He glances at the desk as if to say, hurry up and return them already. Oh, sorry. They were a little too dense and I never finished them. Were you waiting for them all summer? He silently returns his gaze to his book. Maybe he's in a bad mood? I'm Tosaka Hiyoko, a sophomore. What about you? You're... Nageki. Fujishiro Nageki. Freshman. Fujishiro Nageki, huh? Morning doves are pretty rare in Japan, which you've already said, but let's make sure that we know that he's not supposed to be here in Japan as a morning dove, because, you know, that point's not going to get driven home or something. Maybe it's just his voice, but he seems kind of sad. Leave me alone. He's reading his book again. Okay. Sorry to bother you. I keep meeting depressing people today. Now that I have that out of the way, I think I'll head back to class. Wait, isn't that... You should have been instructed not to approach me in school. Come on, Sakuya. What kind of thing is that to say to your own brother? After all these years. My brother? You must be joking. You've never once been a brother to me. Please do not try to talk to me again. I've no time for half-breeds. I'll be going now. Hey, wait just a... I guess even if we're in the same school now, what's done is done. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but I think I just overheard something juicy. By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm giving Sakuya a French accent, he's a French bird. I think they explained this here. The ever-popular trendsetter and ladies' man Sakazaki Yuya is Sakuya's brother? I wonder what the story behind that is. Hey. You heard that whole thing, right? Are you a friend of Sakuya's? I'm sorry! I didn't mean to listen in on you! Haha, no sweat. I try to stay sexy and suave in front of all you little ladies, but that there wasn't too cool. This fantail pigeon is Sakazaki Yuya, an upperclassman. We're seeing a lot of, well, it's the second fantail. I've never talked to him before, but he's famous, or infamous, throughout the school. Everybody knows of him. Every birdie. You're Hiyoko, right? How did you... I know every birdie here. Besides, you're the only human. A single puppy in a field of rye. Did you say you were a friend of Sakuya's? Not exactly. We had a rather ballistic introduction this morning. We're in the same class, that's all. I never thought that stuck-up aristocrat wannabe was your brother. Aristocrat wannabe? He is an aristocrat, actually. The genuine article, in the flesh. He is? He's a bit of a pain, so good luck, mon ami. Adieu. He really is a noble bird. I've never heard anything like that about Yuya, though. Probably a twisty business. That's all for today. Stay safe, everyone. Yay! Huh? Sir, where's Ryota? He said he was going to the infirmary. Maybe you should go and see if he's still there? Now that I think about it, Ryota always did have a weak stomach. I should go to the infirmary just to make sure he's okay. Excuse me! Nobody's here? There's no one sleeping behind the curtains, and the doctor isn't here either. My hunter-gatherer instincts feel no presence. There's nobody here. Ryota? No reply. The infirmary is empty. Weird. Did he go home already? I feel a little nervous poking around the empty room. Now that I think of it, I haven't been in here much before. Unlike Ryota, I'm perfectly healthy. Whoa, they've got all kinds of drugs in here. Ethylpar, Trife, Luciobenzene. What do these even do? Care to find out? Doctor? I'll feed you all sorts of things if you want. No, thank you! You may recognize the music here. This partridge is Iwamine Shu. I can't say it. Iwamine Shu, the school doctor. He's rather creepy in person and has a bad reputation among the student body. I do apologize for any background noise because apparently now is the perfect time to start doing lawn work. Apparently. Everybody knows that even just talking to him can bring you down with aspergillus, psittacosis, or even worse things. And I never even heard him come in the door. Ninja Doctor? You don't look like you have a good reason to be in here. Did you need something? I heard Ryota Kawara from 2-3 was supposed to be here. Him? He's already gone. Oh! Why didn't he come find me before going home? Sorry to bother you. I'll be going now. Ah! Finally out of that den of evil. Ryota said he'd gone home. What do I do now? Oh! I never got around to joining a club last year. Maybe I'll take a look around at some of my options. I think there are clubs for baseball, soccer, track, kendo, migration, bird watching. Wasn't there another one? Anyway, I'll start with the track team. I ran in middle school, and it's always funny watching the birds hop around. I think their club room is on the ground floor off to the side. A white dove is having a tantrum outside. Grr, grr! This is no pudding for a man! Grr! Oko-san rejects it! It is a lie! A vicious falsification! He's dancing around on a squished pudding. Hey, that's not very nice to the pudding. Yes, that is his human portrait. Introducing Oko-san. Apparently, from what I understand, Oko-san is actually based on the pet bird of the creator of this game. Although, I think the real Oko-san does not share the love of pudding that the in-game Oko-san does. He doesn't really look it, but supposedly he's a fantail pigeon? I think? Or faintail, if we're going by this spelling. Either way, he's hyper. Oko-san has suffered a deception most vile, a wretched betrayal! Betrayal? Oko-san instructed that pudding be provided for new members. But this is no pudding. Ousted, scorned, betrayed, dragged into the street, and shot by those he trusted most! It's squished and filthy, but the thing under his feet looks like normal store-bought pudding. What's wrong with it? Spare the jests, young lady! Oko-san used wing attack! It's super effective! They'll rue the day they crossed Oko-san. He'll have them flayed, hanged, shot at dawn, he will! Oko-san must now train to achieve true pudding! Farewell! And he's gone. He's a good runner, but what does pudding have to do with the track team? And so ended the first day of my second semester at St. Pigeonations. I'm thinking that's a mistranslation. It's the second year, not second semester. I think we want to choose the class council today. As you all know, the school doesn't require you to join any club. If you want to, you can. But if you don't, then you're free to go home after school. Oko-san has time only for the track team. That's good. What about you, Shirogane? And with that, I think I'm going to cut the video here. This is a good stopping point as any. What possible position will Shirogane have in this school? What club activity will he possibly partake in? Find out next time on Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend. Hope to see you then.